Let's go! Alright, man. Alright. Hombres, mujeres, others. It's time. It's time to react to Avengers. Alright. It's time. It's been a long time coming. But I've been a little scared, okay? Because to me, Marvel, man, I'm a little biased, alright? But right now, today, I'm throwing that biased stuff away. I'm a professional. I'm here to dissect and look at their acting, what's working, what's not working, all right? Another acting analysis. All right, I got Marvel up there. This isn't even, I didn't even put this out for this video. I legit am, like, behind me, there's maybe a good 200 comics just waiting to be read for the third time. Because, yes, I reread all of them. I'm a little nerdy, guys, but all right, let's get into this. I'm really excited. I want to see. This is the first time I'm going to be reviewing acting from Marvel. You know, it's like this whole thing. It's a whole inaugural thing. All right, I'm nervous. I hope they're good, man, but I trust them. All right, let's bring this back. Let's do it. Oh man.
What is Phase 2? Phase 2 is S.H.I.E.L.D. uses the cube to make weapons. Sorry, the computer was moving a little slow for me.
Rogers, we gathered everything related to the Tesseract. This does not mean
I'm
that we're
sorry,
making...
Nick. What were you lying? I was wrong, Director. The world hasn't changed a bit.
Did you know about this?
You want to?
Okay. So first of all, the dynamic. All right, I didn't remember that it was this fast. So basically, what's important in a scene like this with a lot of characters is that all of them gets their text out quick with intention. Right now, they're all acing the job. Well, at the same time, we've only seen Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Sam Jackson, all great actors. All right. So basically, this is fast. It's quite comedic. It's working well for all of the actors so far. Now let's take a look at Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth coming in. What a bunch of actors, though. I never really thought about it, but Marvel chose some great actors with a lot of versatility to play these roles. Bravo on that.
Think about removing yourself from this environment, Doctor?
I was in Calcutta. I was pretty well removed.
Loki is manipulating you.
And you've been doing what exactly?
You didn't come here because I bat my eyelashes at you.
Yes, and I'm not leaving because suddenly you get a little twitchy. I'd like to know why S.H.I.E.L.D. is using the Tesseract to build weapons of mass...
See, okay. Oh, I stopped in the middle of a sentence now. All right, I'll bring it back. But something really cool that Mark Ruffalo did is make the viewer aware that he's changing his train of thought. So basically, what I mean by that is you have, as an actor, right? If you're saying a script, if you're saying a line, and then the next line is related to something else, why would you say it in the same way? You don't do that in real life. For example, if you're just finishing a thought, you know, if I'm let's say I don't know, someone asks me how am I, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What about you? That's two different train of thoughts, you know. Yeah, about me, I'm fine. How are you, right? It's not gonna be, yes, I'm fine. How are you? It's not gonna be the same tone. You know what I mean? You have to bring in some versatility as an actor, show the viewer, or make it evident that your train of thought is changing. That's exactly what he's doing in this scene. You know, he even raises the volume of his voice. He's like, right, I'd like to know, because that's more important. So already with the volume, you know, he's playing with it, making it clear that to him, to his character, to Mark Ruffalo's character, Hulk, Bruce Banner, it's more important to figure out what's going on exactly with the weapon. All right, let me bring it back. Let's take a closer look here. All right, let me bring it back a few seconds.
Because of him. Me. Last year, Earth had a visitor from another planet who had a grudge match that leveled a small town. We learned that not only are we not alone, but we are hopelessly, hilariously outgunned.
My people want nothing but peace with your planet.
But you're not the only people out there, are you?
Ooh, great. All right, two things that Sam Jackson did very, very well here. Okay, so first of all, hopelessly, hilariously, he gives a little laugh between hit and la. Yeah, those are two syllables. Between those two syllables, he gives a little chuckle. Now that would seem forced if it was a technical direction. Okay. Because if in a script there's something like gives a chuckle between the two first syllables of the word hilariously, it wouldn't work. This is something that Sam Jackson did himself, I'm sure of that. And he makes it work because it seems so natural. Now the thing is, the character he's playing is hard to make three-dimensional. Like it's hard to make him a believable character. He's very stoic, he's very calm, he's very composed, and it's not the kind of character that you look at and that you think, hey, this reminds me of this person, or this reminds me of myself in this situation. So he has to put in some humanity. He does this in this scene with that little chuckle, hilariously. And that works very well. What else? Oh, the response. But you're not the only people out there, are you? That's a very, like, kind of definitive statement that he's making with the question. It's, like, rhetorical. And I'm not sure if that was a direction in the script either, if that's just Sam Jackson's kind of genius peering through. And interestingly, Sam Jackson doesn't memorize his lines by saying them out loud. He just reads the script over and over and over until it's memorized, but he never says the words out loud until he's actually, rehearsing or even shooting the movie. So these kind of things are really natural. And if you're an actor or interested in doing something like that, I recommend that if you do learn lines, you try to learn them without saying them out loud so that you can stay natural in the moment when you're actually going to say them. Let me just turn off this heater behind me. It's annoying. There we go. All right, let's get back to this, man. I'm surprised. I was kind of scared that it would be like not great, you know what I mean? But the quality of the acting, the script, the camera work, it's all perfect. Yeah, like I haven't seen anything where I'm like, oof, yet, It's like this budget, right? The budget of the Avengers 2012 is enormous, I would imagine. I have no idea, but so, it's kind of logical that it would be close to perfection. All right. Let's take a look at Sam Jackson doing that now that we talked about what exactly he's doing here. Let me take this back a few seconds, all right?
But we are hopelessly, hilariously outgunned.
My people want nothing but peace with your planet.
But you're not the only people out there, are you? And you're not the only threat. The world's filling up with people who can't be matched. They can't be controlled.
Like you controlled the cube?
Your work with the Tesseract is what drew Loki to it, and his allies. It is a signal to all the realms that the Earth is ready for a higher form of war.
A higher form?
You forced our hand. We had to come up with
a nuclear deterrent. Because that always calms everything right down.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep. Wait, hold on. How is this now about me? I'm sorry, isn't everything?
I thought humans were more evolved
Whoa.
than this.
Excuse me, do we...
Okay, I need to pause here. There's so much going on. I had no idea. Look at the... Yeah. Hello. Look at the, Oh, man, the Dutch angles. Okay, there was this Dutch angle. It's when the camera's, like, tilted, right? And plus, I think a lot of it was in one shot. When Chris Evans when Chris Evans interrupted, when Thor interrupted, there was this like kind of swerve, and it seemed to be in a one take. Dutch angle was cut to Dutch angle, but it's still really impressive camera work, and the actors had to hit their mark at exactly the right time for it to be as dynamic and interesting to watch as a viewer. It looks like it's going fast, right? It looks like there's a lot going on. Each person has their kind of goal. They're all in a different scene, but in the same scene. And it's interesting to see them interact and see what kind of sparks they can give off when they rub off on each other. Something really cool here also is like how involved the actors seem to be in figuring out what's going on for themselves. They all have different questions that they want answered. They all have different goals. They all have different ways of getting there because of their personalities. Now, something that is amazing in these Marvel movies is that, since there's so much source material, right? Proof right behind me. I must have a good 300 Marvel comics behind me, right? And each of the actors took it upon themselves to research their characters by reading the comics, by seeing what's going on in the minds of the people that they're portraying. Now that is your job as an actor, but the thing is, it seems like they're going over and out, okay, and that is just respectable. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time because what I'm seeing here is a perfect portrayal of each of these characters, how they would go about getting to their goals, and how their goals are different due to their personalities. All right, Chris Evans, Captain America. He's thinking about the good of the people, blah blah blah. Robert Downey Jr. is more business focused. Oh, they're doing this because they want to achieve this and this. Is it true? He wants to just confirm a theory, right? Because he's a scientist. He's doing all this. Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner has a similar kind of idea. He's more like, oh, so this is my hypothesis. Can you confirm or deny it? They all have these different ways of going about it. Thor is like this brute, right? Right now he's just in defense. Like, hey, I didn't do that on purpose. Hey, they all have all these different things, and it just works because of, well, first of all, the dynamic, the writing is perfect in the scene, in my opinion. The conciseness, they're all saying one sentence at a time, and it's going fast. It's going at a fun pace. It's almost a comedic pace, but it's leading to catastrophe. Wow, that's hard to say. It's leading to catastrophe, almost. And basically, yeah, that just it's building up to something, and you can feel that build up with the music, with the camera angles, with the writing, with the concise and fast sentences. It's all going at a pace that's like up here, right? They're all hitting their marks as actors, and they're all doing it so finely tuned, with their intentions and things, that it doesn't seem like you're watching something that has been meticulously crafted. It seems natural for each of these characters. All right, let me bring it back. I want to see this whole build up again, because it's just fun, It's good old fashioned fun. All right, let me bring this back to about, where are we here? All right, here. Let's check this out.
That always calms everything right down.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep.
Wait, hold on. How is this now about me?
I'm sorry, isn't everything?
I thought humans were more evolved than this.
Excuse me, did we come to your planet and blow stuff
You
up?
understand
Treat your
this
champions with
right?
such
Are
trust.
you boys really
What is
that
it about me
naive?
that bothers you so
Shield
much?
monitors
I'm
potential
curious.
threats.
Captain America's on threat
We
list.
all are.
Concerned, Doctor.
You're on that list?
Should let me
You
take
above or
Okay, there's something that kind of stuck out to me here. Scarlett Johansson seemed bored in the scene. Now I'm not sure if that's Black Widow or Scarlett Johansson. There's this critique about her acting that sometimes her eyes go dead. You know what I mean? Like Natalie Portman gives a quick fix for any actors who are struggling with that. I do as well. The thing is, when you're in a scene and you're trying to react to what people are doing, you tend to stare, okay? Because the thing is, like, for example, if my intention in a scene that I was playing, right, was to be hurt, not my intention, sorry, if my reaction is to be hurt by something that someone is saying, I have to live that moment, right? So I have to hang on to their eyes, feel their intention of hurting me, and make it hurt me, right? Now, all that is coming through your eyes because I feel like actors are mostly visual, and the thing is that you can start to tense up in your eyes. Now, so a quick fix to that is if you just let the things in front of you, all the elements in front of you that you're looking at, like the other actor, their movements, their gestures, their facial expressions, and even the room behind them, the setting, all that, everything that your character would be seeing and witnessing, so not the camera and all that, all that, forget about that, but just focus on the things that your character would be seeing, so the setting, the other actor, their intentions, their facial expressions. Let all that come into the back of your mind, basically, to the back of your head through your eyes, right? So it's basically like imagining, for example, if you focus on my finger, just let it come into the back of your head through your eyes, right? And so that's a practice that we can all do, you know, and it really helps because eventually you'll get into this practice where what you're doing is you're relaxing your eyes, right, unconsciously by trying to let things come in. Scarlett Johansson doesn't seem to be doing this, and that's what causes her to seem, you know, kind of wooden, not basically maybe trying too hard or not trying hard enough. It's just not right, you know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Let's check this out again, see what she's doing, and tell me if I'm wrong. All right, because please, you know, all of this is just my opinion. If you're not, if you don't agree, put it down in the comments. You know, I'm happy to see other people's opinions on the scene. All right, so we'll bring it back a few seconds. There, see? All right, I'm happy we froze on this. Mark Ruffalo, man, Bruce Banner's face in this particular shot, man, amazing. But see, to me, he's in character. Yeah, to me, he's in character. When I look at Scarlett Johansson, and when I see her kind of stature and all that, it doesn't seem in character to me. Let me go back a little more, about 3 seconds. See that? It's almost frozen. Let me see the camera pan over her again, and we can look at that in more detail. All right.
Future champions with
You're
such
not my
mistrust.
People is really
What is
that
it about me
naive?
that bothers you so
Shield
much?
monitors
I'm
potential
curious.
threats.
Captain America's on threat
We
one.
all are.
Concerned, Doctor.
You're on that list?
Let me
Are you
take
above or below rank?
Starks of I
Nice.
Purple threat. I feel threatened. Show some respect.
If I need to put you down, then I will.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
man, I mean, now that'll be
All right. See, the thing is, they're all hitting marks figuratively and literally because this camera angle is incredibly challenging, I would imagine, because you know you're coming in like this, right, and so you can have all the equipment behind you, but the thing is, since the camera is turning and it's in a one take, you can't see the set. You can't see the set in front of the camera. You know what I mean? You can't see the lights. You can't see all this. So all that had to be done in a way that is concealed to the camera. So I have no idea where the equipment is, no idea where the crew is, or how they did this shot. I'm kind of in awe. You know, it's always possible, but usually there's some kind of trick. And here it doesn't seem like it because it feels like I'm seeing the entire room. So kudos to the crew on that one, and to the actors for standing on their marks. That could have been CGI'd out though, because I'm thinking about, see, look at, for example, Captain America's feet, right? There would be a T mark, so it's something like this in tape, right? In like yellow tape, there would be a C mark like this, so he could put his right foot and his left foot at the right place, so you can see him in the shot. Every actor probably had this for that scene, and I was gonna say good on them for like hitting their mark, you know, and staying there if it's not visible, because I thought maybe, you know, maybe the tape's not on it, because you would see it in this camera shot, but maybe they just CGI'd that out. But still, kudos to everyone on this, man. All right, let's check this out.
You speak of control, yet you cause chaos.
This is MO, isn't it? I mean, what are we, a team? No. We're a chemical mixture that makes chaos. We're a time bomb.
You
Nice.
need to step away. Why shouldn't the guy let off a little steam?
You know damn well why. Back off.
Ooh, no, I'm liking this. I'm liking this for many reasons, because, man, what is this system thing? All right, so, I like how Captain America stays true to the character, man, because the thing is, you know, a critique that Chris Evans got for playing the character the way he did is that he didn't play him nuanced. It's basically one emotion all the time. There's no real second degree to it. There's nothing to analyze, is the critique. But, let me grab my tea while I say this. There we go. So I can really sound like a critiquing critiques. I disagree. I really do. Because the thing is, you can still analyze what he's doing. You know, it's yes, sure, he's still a soldier, you know? So the thing is, he has a kind of soldier personality. He's fighting for one cause, for one thing. There's right and there's wrong. There's good and there's bad. And it's this kind of linear idea. But the thing is, that doesn't make a character unbelievable. That makes them even more believable to me. I know people who are like this, you know? I know people who think that everything's black and white, right or wrong. And the fact that he's staying true to those values so wholeheartedly is totally visible and clear through his acting. Um, so, defense of Chris Evans, because he would be capable of playing a nuanced character, a more nuanced character, but he's playing Captain America. You know, it's like singing Happy Birthday and trying to put in some tunes in there. You just don't do that, you know? It's to the detriment of the song. To here it would be to the character's detriment, you know what I mean? It would be damaging to Captain America to play him more nuanced. If you sing Happy Birthday with all of those ha, it's gonna be bad, you know what I mean? It's gonna be bad, man. So he's just staying true to the character. Robert Downey Jr. has made Iron Man like to himself, or even customized Iron Man to his personality, and somehow that works perfectly. Normally, if an actor would be using too much of their personality, I wouldn't be okay with it. I think I wouldn't like it. But here I'm having a good time because it just works. You know, if he was playing Captain America, he couldn't be playing Robert Downey Jr. playing Captain America. It would be way too much of his personality, and it would be wrong. But like Iron Man is the perfect fit for him. The way he put his hand on Steve Rogers' shoulder. Wow, that's hard to say. On the soldier's shoulder, he you know, that was so like exaggerated, such a macho move, and that's something that probably Robert Downey Jr. would do in real life, but also what his character would do. All right, let's go back a tiny little bit, and let's watch the scene. I'm gonna try and stop interrupting this much, but hey, just having fun here.
I'm
You need to step away.
Why shouldn't the guy let off a little steam?
You know damn well why. Back off.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
I know guys with none of that worth 10 of you. I've seen the footage. The only thing you really fight for is yourself.
Robert Downey Jr.'s eyes. See, he could benefit from letting things come through because it seems like I see what he's doing. It's very interesting, you know. As if you're looking at the character, it works perfectly. He's kind of annoyed. He's kind of pissed, trying not to show that he's kind of hurt. He's reserved right now, almost on the attack. But if you look at his left eye, you'll see that he's kind of tensed up, okay? And in my opinion, it would be just a tiny little bit better if he let the elements in front of him come in through the back of through his eyes to the back of his head. Then it would look a little more natural because the evolution of the character just playing jokes, you know? Take the suit off, what are you? You know, playboy, philanthropist, whatever. That line that he says, which is amazing, by the way. Kudos to the writing department. But he says that and it's natural, and then he turns to this and it's almost immediate and it's a little too stoic coming from the joke. You know what I mean?
The guy to make the sacrifice play, to lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you.
I think I would just cut the wire.
Nice.
Always a way out. You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
A hero? Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
Nice. Okay, see? When he's trying to hurt him, so he took that step forward. That was probably a direction in the script. So I can't credit Robert Downey Jr. to that. But it's, you know, it's still his body language, so it works perfectly. You know, he's taking a step in, raising his chin. That's what I call a Marlon Brando. And, you know, what that does is it just imposes, right? So he's almost attacking Steve Rogers. And Steve Rogers is just staying there, you know, holding his ground like a soldier would. This scene is very interesting because of the body language, in my opinion. You know, look at how Steve Rogers is kind of looking down on Tony, right? He's kind of like, he looks like he knows that he's better than him, and he's judging him from this high horse, right? Yeah, it looks like that. So that's just great acting, because right now he's not moving his face, but he's almost frozen in that emotion, which is finely tuned, very well done. It's like holding a note in singing. It's the exact same thing that Chris Evans is doing here. He is doing it very well. He's holding a note. The only thing is, it's a note of acting, right? He's in an emotion. He's in a certain reaction, and he's holding that. That's hard to do. It's hard to keep that believable, because if you're angry and you like have a face like this and you hold this for 20 seconds, it's gonna tense up, and after a certain moment, it's not gonna look natural. But here, if you look at his face, it does look natural, and he's staying there for a pretty long time. So kudos on that, man.
Put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds.
He's doing the same thing.
You people are so petty and tiny.
Yeah.
See, now the thing is, that's comic relief right there. What Thor's giving us, he's giving us a little break from the tension. Marvel likes to do this. In my opinion, it's almost a little overacted in the comedic range, because I've seen Chris Hemsworth in a few movies, and he is funny, but he doesn't have the same level of natural. I'm gonna invent a word here, comedicity, as other actors do. So it seems a little overacted to me. like it's just a little much. It's a little too much. And if you're not a comedic actor, that can be hard to do believably. And Chris Hemsworth, I just think he didn't hit the note exactly right on that one. But look at Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, looking like someone just broke their tension, and like they want to get at each other more. That's just some great acting, some great body language. Look at how tense Chris Evans is in the jaw department. Robert Downey Jr. doing the same thing here, eyes closed, showing annoyance. Steve Rogers giving him that glare, that teacher's glare. That's all the character, with Chris Evans. That's his character. That's none of him. I mean, I don't know him personally, right? But I've seen a lot of his interviews. I've seen a lot of him, of Chris Evans. And in my opinion, there's no Chris Evans. There's no degree of Chris Evans in what he's doing right now in his acting. That's good acting right there. Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor as well, but he brings in a lot of his individuality into his characters. That's something that is very hard to do. It's an art form in itself, and he's doing it very well. Yes, but it's not the same degree of acting as what Chris Evans is doing. Becoming someone else and channeling multiple parts of yourself to then create a whole person are two different art forms. And both done very well by both actors, respectively.
This is a team.
Agent Romanoff, would you escort Dr. Banner back to his room?
Where? You rented my room.
The cell was just
In case you needed to kill me, but you can't. I know, I tried.
Nice.
I got low. I didn't see an end, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out. So I moved on. I focused on helping other people. I was good until you dragged me back into this freak show and put everyone here at risk. You want to know my secret, Agent Romanoff? You want to know how I stay calm?
Dr. Banner, put down the scepter.
Goosebumps, son. Goosebumps. All right. Oof. Man, I'm relieved. I'm so relieved, because the thing is, I thought that, I really wanted to react to this, for many reasons. The actors, the source material, the whole cinematography that I remember being gorgeous. Look at the color grading. The color grading alone is gorgeous. Look at those colors, the CGI. It's all perfect, because this is a green screen right behind him. So these are some great effects, and it's easy to be blinded by that, right? It's easy to be blinded by the multi-$100 million budget that they put into this, because it's all theatrics, But there is really good material in there, and the fact that they just use those theatrics the way they should.
Tifo est libre.
Man, see that? That's an ad right there. Yeah, I'm getting paid. Basically, the fact that they don't rely on the theatrics alone, the fact that the story is still good, the fact that the actors are doing great, the fact that there's interesting camera work, cinematography being done, is really just a comment to how much they do their work for the fans. You know, I feel honored to watch a Marvel movie and to not just be seeing, you know, giant CGI fights, because that's fun as well, but it's good that there's not only that. There's some great quality in there. The music's great. The score is, the score just goes with the scene. The writing's good. It matches each and every character's personality, increases the dynamic. The actors are really handling that well, handling all of the major technical stuff well as well, hitting their marks, saying the lines fast and at the right moment, and as their characters would. That is a lot of work, and they're all putting in the extra effort, and it just shows. It shows in this whole quality. It's really a piece of art, and that's good, because all movies are art, but some of them contain less of the essential spirit of art. There are some movies. What comes to mind here? Movies that I personally didn't like. Let's take The Amazing Spider-Man 2. There are some great effects in there. There's some great cinematography, but it's lacking in writing, character development, basic story arcs, things like that. And it's sad because it relied too much on the cinematography, the CGI, all that, and it lost some of that art, some of the spirit of art. But this is still keeping it, and it's even emulating the art of the comics, right? All these characters stay true to their personalities throughout the movie, and that's just wonderful. Now let me see where this. I thought about ending it here, but I see there's still like 30 seconds of the scene left. I don't remember what happens next. Check it out. Saved by the Bell.
Sorry, kids, you don't get to see my party trick after all.
Located the Tesseract.
I could get there faster.
Tesseract belongs on Asgard. No human is a match for it.
You're not going alone. You gonna stop me?
Put on the suit. Let's find out. I'm not afraid to hit an old man. Put on the suit.
Oh my god.
No! Alright. Yes, this clip is from Filmic Box. Yeah. Alright, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Man. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I'm happy that it is as good as I thought it was going to be, or like I remembered it. Because the thing is, like many of us, I've watched this movie, I think, over 10 times at least. Maybe 15 over the years, I was a Marvel fan before 2012, right? So when this movie came out, I watched it a few times at the movies. I watched it a few times myself. I bought the DVD, the Blu-ray, the whole shebang, all right? And I'm just happy that upon coming back to it, even kind of leaving the nostalgia behind, that it's still as good as I remembered it, and even better now because I appreciate how much work went into it. Right, because when you're watching the movie, I try to watch movies like everyone else, right? I'm not gonna analyze each and every scene. I'm just trying to watch a movie, have a good time, see some cool fights in a Marvel movie, and see my favorite characters do stuff, and it's fun. But upon analyzing it, I'm really surprised and happy to say that hey, it's good. The quality is really like top notch. So well done to Marvel, man. Shout out to them. Yeah, I'm just happy, man. It makes me happy as a Marvel fan, as an actor, as a dude wearing a SpongeBob t-shirt, a SpongeBob sweatshirt. It makes me happy, man. It makes me happy to see stuff from my childhood hold up. That's what it is. I think that's what we all want, just stuff from our childhood, still being as good as we hoped they would be. Isn't that what it's all about? You know, nostalgia, man. Nostalgia tends to make things from your past better than they were. But the thing is, when you come back to them, you get deceived a lot of the times. That's the reality of it, you know? But that's just because of unrealistic expectations. Now, I kind of did have unrealistic expectations, but the thing is, this is that good. That scene was that good that it kind of went over and out on what I thought it was going to be. So what can I say except bravo, man. Bravo. All right. Well, I think I'm going to finish the video here, but thank you so much for watching. You know, drop a comment below if you agree, what you agree on, what you don't agree on. I'd love to know. Yeah, check me out on Instagram, Leo St. Thomas. It's all together. And yeah, I'll see you soon. I'll be doing more of these because this is fun. Acting analysis, you know, that's what I do without the camera turning. So it's fun to do it for you guys, you know. I hope you like it. You know, don't forget to drop me a like if you do, so I know what kind of content to produce. I was really happy to see how good the last video turned out, and I did film another one, but it got deleted because it was Marriage Story from Netflix, and Netflix, you know, they're not really, I gotta put this, open to people using their content, which I can understand, but you know, I tried. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and turn that notification bell on, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!